Hello everyone, and I hope you're all well and welcome back for another weekly live training. And this week's live training is all about making decisions, and you know how every decision we make leads us to something despite us probably not really thinking about it at the time, just doing without thinking. But it's really important to start being aware of this and noticing this so you can make more conscious effort to pay attention to the decisions you make. But before we get into it, I'd love for you to come say hi in the comments and let me know where you're from and what brings you to this video, and maybe what you're hoping to get out of it, or even just what you're up to today. I'd love to connect with you all, because whether you watch the live or the replay, I'm here to support you, and I'm here with you every step of the way on your healing journey. You don't have to go through anything alone. I've been there. I've been in that chronic state of chronic stress and anxiety for 14 years. And obviously it's not a nice place to live. So I want you to know that you're not alone, and I can be here with you every step of the way if you'd like some support. You don't have to suffer alone. You're not a burden. You're not annoying. And this is a safe place for you to feel safe, seen and heard. So if you'd like to chat, comment below, send me a private message. I'm here for you. And we do have a lot of new members here, so that's amazing to see. Welcome everyone. So I will do a little introduction about myself. So my name is Zoe Jean from Zoe Jean Coaching, and I'm an anxiety and mindset coach, helping women to heal their anxiety from all over the world, focusing on the Rewrite Your Anxiety process, which is a process that I have personally created to help women to heal their anxiety from all over the world. And it personally is a process that helped me heal my anxiety, and the process that helps my clients heal their anxiety. So it focuses on mindset work, and a big proportion of the mindset work is rewiring the programs in our subconscious mind, as our subconscious mind controls 95% of our lives. So that's why we stay stuck for so long, because it's controlling our lives and we don't even know it's controlling our lives or what the problem is, because we're only aware of our conscious mind. So it's about rewiring those programs and becoming aware of the programs that are holding you back. You know, goal setting and forgiveness work goes in there as well, because a lot of times we also can't move forward in life because we're holding grudges against ourselves or other people. And, you know, there's body connection work. A lot of the times why we're so stressed, anxious, depressed, or intrusive thoughts, or whatever the experiences we're going through, is because it gradually starts, but we're unaware it's starting because we don't have that connection to our body. So it very easily, spirals out of control. So it's really important here to build a deep connection to your body so you can pick up on, the signs and signals. So, you can pick up on the signs and signals in the early stages. Because if you pick up on the signs and signals in the early stages, then you're more likely to be able to come back to a place of peace, calm, happiness, and a regulated nervous system. Where a lot of the times, when you're highly anxious, when you're used to anxiety, when you get stuck in your head, you're not aware, you don't have a connection to your body, so it makes it harder to pick up on those signs and signals. And when it's harder to pick up on those signs and signals, it quickly spirals, right? So this program helps you to build that deep connection to your body so you can understand your body and know what your body needs in each moment, so you can come back to a place of peace and calm and regulate your nervous system and your emotions before they spiral out of control. So, you can move in a way that feels good for your body, eat what feels good for your body. And also so you can build a deep connection with yourself, which will help you build that deep connection with others. We all crave that love and connection from others, right? And it makes it so much harder to be able to have that deep connection with other people if we don't first of all have a deep connection with ourselves. And then after the body connection work, it's nervous system regulation, right? Because a lot of the times when we are in, chronic stress and anxiety, we live in hyperarousal. We live in a dysregulated nervous system, and we want to, use down regulation practices to bring us back into the window of tolerance. Because what we want to live is within a healthy window of tolerance. Hi, Jules. Thanks for watching. Let me know what brings you to this video and what you're up to. But basically, we want to live within a healthy window of tolerance. And the longer we stay in, that dysregulated state, the smaller our window of tolerance gets. So it's really important to focus on widening our window of tolerance. And from there, you know, when we widen that window of tolerance, we'll be able to handle everyday life stresses and everything like that so much better. Because think about it, like everyone goes through everyday life stresses, and if you're stuck in that regulated state, the longer you're stuck in there, the smaller your window of tolerance gets. So the stronger that muscle gets, that you can't handle stuff, that everything throws you off the edge, that you're anxious about literally everything. So we want to do the other opposite. We want to strengthen we want to go in the opposite direction and strengthen the muscle of having a wider window of tolerance rather than having a smaller window of tolerance. And, you know, if anyone has any questions about this, you know, let me know, because obviously no one's perfect. So I'm not sure if I'm explaining this in the best possible way. But essentially, you know, when you're stuck in anxiety, your window of tolerance is really small, and that's why the slightest sin sets you off the rails. So we just want to widen that window of tolerance. And then also there is habit work, right? Because everything we do in our life is based off of habits. So it's about working out what your current habits are and which ones aren't serving you, like which ones are negative, but are giving you something, and that's why you're doing them. We don't do anything unless it's giving us something. For example, a negative habit of mine was overeating. Overeating is not good, but it was giving me that happiness and joy and something to look forward to that I wasn't getting elsewhere. So it's about, you know, recognizing that and then finding another healthier habit to give me that, you know, source of happiness and joy and something to look forward to, instead of needing to rely on overeating for that. And really debunking why I was relying on food, what was making me rely on food. And then as well as debunking those habits, getting rid of those and replacing them with more healthier ones, it's also about creating habits that will support you in everything you learn in the mindset work, in the body connection work, and in the nervous system regulation work. So that's essentially what, you know, the Rewrite Your Anxiety method looks at. And, you know, it really looks at healing from a bottom-ups approach, because a lot of your trauma, a lot of your childhood conditioning, your beliefs, and everything you've been through is stored in your body and in your mind, not just in your mind. And that's why a lot of people struggle with therapists, psychologists, and stuff like that, because psychology focuses on just a head approach, right? It tries to use just your conscious mind and conscious thinking to kind of talk you through, you know, your problems and everything like that. But that alone is not enough. It can sometimes be beneficial, but other times it can actually do more harm than good, getting you to relive those traumatizing events, those unpleasant experiences, and can sometimes kind of re-traumatize you, making you relive it and thinking about it again. And then, you know, other things come to mind that maybe you weren't originally aware of. So yeah, it can actually cause more damage. So it's really important to look at healing your anxiety on a more sustainable way, and a way that works on the body and mind, right? Because to be healthy and well, we want to focus on our body and our mind, not just our mind or not just our body. So personally, that's also why, you know, therapy never worked for me, because it was just talking about my problems and then telling me to meditate. Like, that wasn't enough. And that's why I feel like a lot of people struggle as well, because you need that support to heal your body and your mind, and to release that stress and tension and everything that's stored in your body from those negative conditionings, from those past events, from your trauma, from your stress. Okay, so that's why this process is really, really important and beneficial. And I'm so glad I got into this work when I did, because I was staying stuck for so long and I thought something was wrong with me. But it was not that something was wrong with me. It's just that talk therapy was not the right support. Just talking about my problems, just focusing on that head approach wasn't supportive. And it's the same for a lot of people. A lot of us need that bottom-up approach rather than that head approach. And I just love this work so much. I've recently also done an extra course in trauma, so it's really good, like, when it drills it into you, how important trauma work is. And if you're struggling, if you're not getting anywhere, it could be because the support that you're currently getting is not right for you. So feel free to explore and find what works for you. It could be working with me, it could be working with another coach. I'm happy to have a chat to find out what works for you, because I really care about everyone here, and I'm about helping you find the right support for you. So if that's not my program, that's totally fine. I'm still happy to have a chat with you and kind of see what suits you and your needs. I do a free call to offer that as well, to kind of find out whether my services will support you or whether something else will be a bit more beneficial for you. And anyway, so today's live was about, so let me know if you have any questions about that and when you're checking in. And so today's live was about, how every decision we make leads us to something. And I want you to let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Can you realize, can you notice any decision you've made that's kind of maybe led you in the wrong direction, and you realize if you made a different decision, it would have went another way? Like, can you think of any outcome that you received because of a certain decision you made, and how if you made a different decision, it could have worked out better? Let me know in the comments if you can think of anything that comes up there. Because, for example, we all have times when things don't go our way, when things go wrong, things don't go the way that we hoped. We planned things and they get cancelled. It's just all of us go through a lot of shit, right? A lot of things that we weren't wanting, that we weren't expecting, that kind of make us feel shitty, that, throw us off the bandwagon, anything like that. Like, for example, even just, having a friend cancel on you sometimes. Like, this used to really heavily impact me, because I used to make it about me and think, oh my God, they don't like me, they don't care, they're coming up with excuses. I never really focused on the fact that it could be a valid excuse, and what else, how I could still make it a good day despite that friend cancelling. I'll just focus on the negatives and being in effect, that they don't like me, they don't care about me, my whole day is ruined, rah, rah, rah. And if that was the decision that I made, that they don't like me, they don't care, that they're making an excuse, that my whole day is ruined, making that decision from my friend counselling, of course that's not going to give me a very good outcome. But instead, that's how I used to react. Instead, my new decision was, I'm going to go out for brunch, and I'm still going to go for a walk on my own, exactly where I was going to go with a friend, despite her cancelling, because I still really want to go. I still deserve to have fun and enjoy myself and get out of the house. And can you see the difference between those two decisions, right? I had this goal set that I was going to go out for brunch, that I was going to see my friend, that I was going to go for a walk at the beach. And look how totally different both of those decisions could have been. Like, there's two totally different ends of the spectrum and decisions that will give me totally different outcomes and totally different feelings and emotions and outcomes of the day. The decision that I'd now make, where I still go out for brunch if I want to go out for brunch and go for a walk and have fun and enjoy myself and still be present in the moment. Or back in the day where I would have, made it about me and that they don't like me, that they're making an excuse, that no one likes me, and living in that effect, and then it ruins my whole day and I stay inside and do nothing. And then sometimes if you don't work through those feelings, then it goes on and ruins another day as well, not just that day, right? So that's even a little bit of an explanation on how quickly one decision that you make can either make your day or ruin your day. And sometimes it ruins even more than one day if you allow it to, right? So it's really important for you to start recognizing this. Whenever something comes up in your day, just focus on pausing before you're reacting and think, what's the best decision that I can make in this moment? What's the best decision that I can make in this moment, for this moment and for the future? Instead of just thinking about what feels good to do in that moment based on your emotions and your thoughts and how you're feeling, focus on what will give you the long-term outcome, like the best outcome. Because of course, it's important, and of course it's important and it's good. Of course it's important to express your emotions and notice if you're upset, and it's okay to be upset if plans didn't go ahead and you were really looking forward to seeing someone. There's nothing wrong with that. Allow yourself to feel that you're upset with that, but still don't let it ruin your day, and let it be the cause of all the decisions you make and how the rest of your day goes. Know that it's okay to step up and take power over that situation. Yes, maybe I'm a little bit upset that my plans didn't go to plan, but I can still make a better decision from this day forward, and from this moment forward, so, it doesn't ruin my whole day. And I can debunk that, even if it helps. Like, it would always help me to write a pros and cons list of, this person cancelling, versus going to this event with this person. And also just journal on, you know, when a thought comes up, oh, this person must not like me, they must be making excuses. Look, write down all the valid reasons why they might be coming up with that. And instead of just thinking that they don't care and that they're making an excuse, give them the benefit of the doubt and realize I have the right to give them the benefit of the doubt until this happens repetitively. Of course, it starts to happen repetitively, then there might be a problem there that they are making an excuse. But until that happens, there's no point focusing on it and thinking that, you know, that they're probably making up an excuse, essentially. So yes, I really want you to focus on this, and it doesn't focus on every decision you make, and it doesn't have to be just when something goes wrong. Even just, you know, the first decision when you wake up in the morning. Even just focusing on that, just the first decision you make when you wake up. Is the first decision you make, is it to make a coffee? Is it to get a glass of water? Is it to go to work? Is it to go to the gym? Even just focus on every decision you make throughout the day, because that can also help you feel more empowered, knowing you actually have a choice. You have a choice on every decision you make. A lot of us get so stuck in that anxiety and in our heads and being disconnected from our body and living in that victim mentality that we don't think we have a choice. When we have a choice on every decision we make, we have the power to choose what we do. Other people can influence us, yes, but we're ultimately the ones that make that decision. So we have the power to decide what we want to do and decide if we want to let other people affect the decision that we make, or whether we want to make the right decision for us and what feels good for us. So even to start to focus on that as well, it's so powerful when you realize you have the power to decide what decision you make despite what's going on around you. So yeah, especially when things go wrong, focus on your decision making. But even when things are going right and just on a regular day, the more you focus on pausing and making a conscious effort to make the right decision, the easier that decision making process will get, and the more powerful and empowered you will feel when you realize you have the choice. You have the choice of every decision you make, no matter how in a particular moment it might not feel like you do, but you do. And the more you work with that and feel into that and complete that, the better you will feel, the more confident you'll feel to make decisions, the more you'll trust yourself, the more powerful you'll feel, the less you'll live in effect, and the more you'll be able to live at cause. Because essentially we want to live at cause. We want to take responsibility of our life and know that no, we can't predict or control everything that happens to us externally, that happens in the outside world, or what other people do to us, but we can always control what we do internally and what we make of what we make of everything, and what we hold on to and what we let go of. So if you start living in that cause section and start being at cause of all your decisions, that will also help you attract more things into your life, good things into your life, and actually be able to create your goals and dreams. Where if you feel that you live in effect and everything just happens to you and no one cares and that you don't have control and that you can't help how situations go or the decisions you make, you're made to make a decision, then of course everything's going to continue to go wrong and you're not going to be able to live a good life or create your dreams, because you're living in that effect, you're living in a low vibrating frequency. So yeah, I hope that will make sense, and if you've got any questions, definitely let me know. But, you know, to wrap it up, just really focus on every decision that you make. Even just setting yourself maybe a daily intention to do it at least once throughout the day. And based on habits, right? The quicker we learn a habit is if we do it regularly and if we do it at the same time every day. So maybe every morning, ask yourself, what's the first decision I'm going to make today? And just pick a time to regularly set that intention to focus on making a decision and making the right decision for you, as well as doing it whenever certain situations come up. You know, when something comes up that's outside your control, doesn't go to plan, practice pausing and be like, what's the best decision that I can make for now and for in the future, instead of just what feels best in the moment or what your mind likes to rush to when it's feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or angry, or whatever it is. So I hope you all enjoyed this live. And if you do, if you are realizing that this work that I do is really powerful and you want to learn more, and if you're sick of being stuck, I'll also pop a link in the comments for you to book your free call. Feel free to ask me questions about it as well. But as always, I'm here to support you, and this is why I became the anxiety and mindset coach that I am now, because I know that there's so many other women that are living where I was, are living in that place where they feel broken, lost, like something's wrong with them, like change isn't possible for them, like nothing's working, and everything like that. And I don't want that for you. That's why I decided to become a coach myself. That's why I put all this work in, so I can support you with everything that I've learned and everything that's supported me, and with all the qualifications that I do, right? Because I want to make the most of this life that I got, and I want to take my unfortunate experiences of suffering from chronic stress and anxiety for 14 years to do something good with it by helping other women going through similar situations. So I hear you and I see you, and you're not alone, and feel free to message me anytime or book in for a call, and I'll love and leave you. Talk to you soon. Bye.